This is an extremely interesting card. First of all, when you first cut the pieces, it's nothing like you imagine. You're going to get a card and the panels that you've got here have got slots in them. So we would be expecting to be able to just fold this and create a regular gatefold, but that isn't the case at all. So if I open this up, you'll see that there's the gatefold that I've got, but I've got a panel that's been stuck in here, and this is how we're going to assemble the card and actually create the dimension. The back panel at the bottom is going to go to the back. I'm going to open up the card so that we're creating a tent. So let me turn that on its side so you can see the shape that I'm talking about. This is clever. This is one that I've fallen in love with, and I'm actually going to look at whether we can do something else for tattered lace with a new card die for this one, because the shapes that you've got on this USB are not available as dies. So this is the panel that we need to start with, and then this is the next part of it. So I've taken the two rectangles and they've actually been stuck with some adhesive. So they're just stuck along that top panel to give us the dimension that we need. The next thing that you do is you slide this into one of the slots. So that's the way that this is going to work. We're going to take some decorative pieces and we're going to put those onto the top of the design. So they're going to sit in position. So this is basically a white base with a black outline over the top. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on here. Now do check about how many panels you want to cut for this, because in your directions, it only cuts one of these particular shapes. But I like the idea of having two because I like a second one to work as a stopper. So I'm going to turn it over and use that decorative panel to go on the back. This then becomes the stopper for the design, and it makes sure that the card won't collapse and it holds it in that tent shape. So that starts to go inside. So this panel is going to come to the back. This part of the card is going to lift up, and that's going to be the back of the card. When I lift it to the front, you're going to see that we've got that lovely decorative panel at the front, and we've got all of this area that we could be stamping in or putting some other dimension. If you choose to, you can take the little stoppers that we've got actually in the die cuts or in the scan and cut folder, and you can use those to have somewhere to put your decoration. I'm just going to push this one down so you can see the difference between the white and, just get that free, the white and the black. I think it's a clever card. So by having the slots instead of score lines, you're able to create this added dimension. I'm going to assemble them all and just hold this out so that you can see that effect. There's the first one. Here is our second one. And that, for me, is what card making is all about. Being clever with design, being creative with your card shapes, and giving the customer and your colleagues something absolutely beautiful.